This year, the most dramatic development for the health of the planet is that green is going mainstream. A shift in public opinion has made climate change a political issue. Maybe even more important, businesses see that going green means money. July 31st, 2006, Los Angeles. Climate change jumps to the front page as California and the United Kingdom sign an agreement committing both to dramatic cuts in carbon dioxide emissions. The agreement is a bold challenge to official U.S. policy and reflects changing public opinion. Multinational polls taken in July reveal that an amazing 70% of people surveyed rate climate change as a key issue. At the same time as the Los Angeles Agreement is announced, 25 of the world's biggest cities, including Delhi, Cairo, London, and Mexico City, also agree to cut carbon emissions. Together, these cities generate approximately 15% of the world's carbon dioxide.
I've been working on this problem for the last 35 years, and I'm absolutely delighted and excited to see this push. These are all just the right steps to get us on the right track.
Another push in that direction came with the remarkable growth in demand for low-carbon alternative fuels. October 18th, 2006, Guangxi, China. Builders break ground on one of the largest ethanol plants in the world. This gigantic operation will generate over 400,000 gallons of low-carbon biofuel per day. This is part of a global trend in producing ethanol and biodiesel. Right now, there are 106 ethanol plants in the U.S., and 48 more are under construction. The growth is a boon to farmers because all of these biofuels are made from renewable crops like corn, sugarcane, or palm trees. It's a net benefit in the fight against global warming, too. Compared to regular gasoline, ethanol cuts climate-changing gases by almost half. But in terms of their popularity, biofuels have a long way to go. This year, they make up only 1% of the total transport fuel consumed worldwide.
It's a very simple thing. The biggest variable that we're dealing with is wasteful consumption. And that's true of so many resources that we use as humans. And so you think, that's where we need to save ourselves. That's our salvation.
Salvation and going green seemed to get on the same track in 2006. Regardless of what prompted the shift, people voted with their wallets. Consumers' demand for solar energy jumped by 30%, and wind-generated electricity grew even faster. As people become more savvy green shoppers, they're demanding not only more green products, but more green companies too. Many firms, including some of the world's largest, concluded that by building new stores with renewable resources, adding wind generators and solar panels, they could not only do good, they could do well. For experts tracking the health of the planet, these are signs of hope. Mike Fay.
It is the realization by just about every human on this planet that global warming is real. Everybody has to come up to the plate. The Chinese have to come up to the plate. The Indians have to come up to the plate. The Brazilians have to come up to the plate. The Americans, everybody does. And if you have that, then we'll probably be okay. You know, we could very well be okay. But if we don't,
knowledge is power. Knowledge is the only solution, the only hope we have to be able to act on what we now know that we didn't know 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, but we know it now.
There are very many solutions that all of us can actually engage in. To plant trees is one very easy thing. Every one of us needs 10 trees in your life. 10 to take care of your own carbon dioxide. Go plant your own 10 trees. Don't use other people's trees.
But some are concerned that we've already passed a tipping point. If all the extra greenhouse gases humans have pumped into the atmosphere were removed, would the sea ice come back or the deserts retreat?
I could give a personal answer to that, which is I don't think so. But a more scientific answer is we don't know that yet. Fortunately, the problem is not as hopeless. We still have time, but we must act sooner than later.
So what's the final tally in this year's annual health checkup for the planet? Our growing population has a major impact on the planet's health, and especially on climate change. Our wants and needs ripple through every Earth system, contributing to the planet's rising fever. This year, our demand for and use of resources has made the condition of the land, wildlife, and the air critical. In our oceans, appetite for seafood has led to overfishing. The creation of reserves and restrictions do partly balance this, but growing acidity is the most troubling development of the year for the oceans, making their condition critical. Every system is having trouble, and in almost every case, it is connected to global climate change. But there is hope. Since people are the biggest variable in whether the planet's condition will improve or not, then the best news of the year is the dramatic change taking place in attitudes about the problem. In 2006, people seemed to get it. And in this, there is hope for the patient.
We have a chance. I think the window is closing. I think the next 10 years may be the most important in all of the future of humankind. So use the power that you have, whoever you are, whatever it is you do. The world needs what you've got to give.